Hi, and welcome to an RPM Telco webinar. Today we're going to be talking about switching out of assignment codes into our RPM 28 feature, Rep Assignments. Now, Rep Assignments is a method of assigning your commission deals to your sale partners or agents using account numbers and customers as the new default versus using an assignment code. Now, a lot of our subscribers back before RPM 28, you most likely we're using assignment codes to set up all of your deals to your sale partners and your reps. That's how assignment worked before this new feature came out. And then once RPM 28 version release came out with the rep assignments feature came out, we also didn't force anyone to move away from assignment codes. All of the assignments still work the same way. If you're using assignment codes, it would still continue to use assignment codes and you weren't prompted to remove it or change out of it in any way. So with this webinar, I just want to bring to light why you might want to switch out of it into our new rep assignments, and kind of the benefits that brings, as well as some new feature sets that come with it. And in general, I believe will be a lot faster and easier to understand for assignments going forward. Whereas assignment codes can get a little confusing, and there could be some potential for misassignments or just confusing things, especially with transfers that would cause some items to be mass assigned to some reps where you wouldn't want that. Yeah, so I'm going to be jumping into this webinar here. It's going to just be one topic. We're just going to be talking through why you might want to make this change, how you go about making this change, and then the kind of benefits you'd see at the end of it. So yeah, I'm going to jump right into my RPM here. Hello. So the first thing is I'm going to be going through where you'd see these kind of account assignments, and it'd just be at the top left menu. You'll see it under accounts here. And then under accounts, if you go into any of your accounts here, these are all my fake demo accounts. You'll see kind of this assign rep field, which is our new assignment for an agency. So if you choose any partner in your RPM or agency in your RPM, you just select it here and you'd add the rep to it. And there's a whole bunch of other things in here that I'm going to go into a little later. But basically, the big benefit of this is you can, before your account even pays, if you happen to know the billing account number, you can come into here and just choose the assignment way easier than you could with assignment codes. You just come into the account that is in question, you assign the rep in here, and yeah, that assign it. The same goes for your orders. It still works the same way. If your order has your rep assigned to it and it's attached with the account, the customer, supplier, and all that stuff, your orders can still auto assign your reps to your account numbers. But another thing that is super helpful with this is now that you have all of the assignments done on the account level, you can actually go into more, you can go into import, and you can import an Excel file. It's right in here, this blank import file. So you can copy out of RPM or download out of RPM all of the accounts that you have unassigned, assign it on an Excel spreadsheet just by using the agency and rep name, and import it back into your RPM, and that'll take care of your assignments. So you can actually do that at the end of a commission run. If you don't like using our assignment tool, which just looks like this, latest run, import data, just looks like this unassigned rep warning. The old warning before was one assignment code warning. Now it's called the unassigned rep warning, and you just select it and you assign it to your desired rep. So pretty similar to the old warning, a little different in that you can actually select multiple. With the select all, select every account in here, and you can also check multiple. If I had multiple to show you, I check all of them, and then you can assign to the rep. You can even check like in between. Say I had 3 accounts, you can check the first one and the bottom one and assign it to a rep. So way faster than assignment codes for assignment as well. Yeah, that's a big benefit there. And yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to show you under customers. If we go into, say, a customer name, so you can also set a default rep for customer now. This is kind of the very high level assignment. If you were to say this customer always belongs to one sale partner or one rep, you could assign them here. Just choose whoever it belongs to. And every account now going forward will come into RPM and automatically assign it to this rep. You won't get a unassigned account warning or unassigned rep warning or anything like that because you've set a default rep for any accounts that come under this customer. Now, that being said, if you were to go into one of these accounts under ABC Pest Control and you were to override this assignment, you'll see this little warning message here. This account has no assigned rep, and AA here will be used because that's the default rep on the customer. You can actually overwrite this on the account level, assign it to somebody else, and then this assigned rep will take precedence over the default rep for the customer. So it kind of goes in a hierarchy where the account has precedence over the customer name, and then again going back into assignment codes has precedence over all of these new rules. So that's why if you're still using assignment codes, you want to switch into using default reps and assigned reps for accounts. You can't really do that because your assignment code is still going to take precedence over these new features for assignments. So that's one of the big reasons you might want to change. You want to start making use of this, and yeah. So one other big thing with accounts before we jump into how you want to make this change is on the account level now. You'll see this add an assignment exception here, and also copy assignment. So you can copy anything you set on one account to another one. But first, we'll make some exceptions. So with this, you can say, "Oh, I have a really complicated commission pay plan," and if you don't, that's totally fine. You don't need to make use of this feature. But for those that have really complicated commission payouts, this might be a nice way to solve it. You can add an assignment exception into an account level. Say normally it goes to whoever that rep is named, and then instead I want to assign it to an agency with a rep inside of it. And then say on any product that has ABB, instead of assigning it to my default assign rep, I would instead assign it to OB here. And yeah, so normally any normal accounts that aren't under this product will be assigned to my first rep, and then any product that is ABB will be assigned to OB. And you can set these exceptions on multiple accounts, and you can also choose to set multiple different exceptions. So you can even do something complicated like, oh, if it's anything under $1,000, then it goes to my first rep. If it's anything greater, then it goes to my third rep or second rep, whoever you want to assign it to. So these exceptions you can also copy over, and you choose a source account and then you choose a target account. I don't have any accounts in here to show you an example, but you'll be able to copy the assignment. So if you build one assignment set out and you know you're going to use it for multiple account numbers, that's where that kind of comes into play. You unfortunately cannot do a big import to create all of these rules currently. So you do have to create the rules on one account at a time. Hopefully you don't have too many account numbers that you need to make these exceptions for. But if you do have to kind of make them one at a time. You have the ability to copy, but even then it just saves you from having to do a few clicks, and maybe not all of your accounts have the same exception rules anyways. But yeah. So other to just kind of recap what the big benefits are to switching to this is the ability to import your assignments a lot simpler than before. We did have an assignment codes import, but we found that that was kind of confusing, especially if your assignment codes did not line up with your account numbers. Sometimes you have to research what the assignment code was, then you had to fill out an import spreadsheet, um, and do it that way. Whereas with the account import, yeah, you still have to fill out an account import template, but the accounts are a lot easier to download. As you can see here, you can set download on this, pull all this data into a spreadsheet, and then filter it, or even filter it in RPM to filter for accounts that aren't assigned yet, and then just grab that data and re-import it back into RPM with assignments. Um, so you can do mass assignments a lot quicker and easier with the accounts import, and you can also pre-do them with orders like you could before, or you could just do a pre-import. Say you had the account numbers before the supplier paid you, which is rare for some suppliers, but you'll be able to then just import who you think or who you know the account belongs to into one of these big imports. So yeah, so if any of you are sold on that and you want to make a switch over because assignment codes are kind of confusing, and this feature is a lot better for assignments and easier to pass down to anyone else that's doing commissions, easier to teach is one way to say it. It is actually quite an easy switch. We have a wizard tool that you can find under suppliers. And if you go into any supplier here, on the far right, if you click on assignment codes, and then under more, you'll have this migrate assignment codes option. And what this will do is it'll actually take all of your assignment codes, and if it has a matching account number, it will just take the assignment from the assignment code and map it into that account, assuming that the account is not already assigned. So most likely if you're using this, there's pretty much no harm in even doing it one time. I'll just pass all the assignments over, and you choose not to use the account assignments going forward after this, your assignment codes are still going to come in and take precedence over these account assignments anyways. But in general, I'd recommend you not run this wizard unless you want to actually make the full switch over into using rep assignments. So that is the very easy wizard, and we're going to come back to that. First, I'm going to lay out what you should do before you even touch the wizard. I just wanted to show you quickly. If you go into imports and transfers, what you'll want to do is actually unmap every assignment code mapping from every single import matrix and every single transfer. And that can be quite a lot of work, so I recommend doing it sometime in like the beginning of a commission month, not near when you have to assign and pay out all of your partners like that. But this is something you can do at any point in the month before you pay commissions. You would just go into each of your suppliers and sources of commission data. You'd hit edit on the matrix, and all you have to do is unmap assignment codes from assignment codes. Hit OK, and that's pretty much it. What this does is it prevents future commission imports from using assignment codes. So when you import new commission items without assignment codes in them, RPM is going to automatically tell you to start assigning by the account number. And if you then run the wizard back in assignment codes, it's going to take your existing old assignment codes and take the mapping and put it into your account numbers. So that's when you want to run the wizard. You can actually run it multiple times if you like. There's no harm in it, other than it probably being slow if you have a lot of assignment codes. So the best practice, my recommendation is that you take and remove every single assignment code that you find on every single import matrix, as well as any transfers. So you'll see these transfers here. It might say whatever the master agency name is, subscriber. You want to hit edit on these guys as well. Scroll down, find assignment code, and then just set this to none. Even if it says something else like account, you'd want to take it and set it to none or NA, hit OK, and then that will ensure that the next time you transfer, those items will come in without an assignment code, so you're forced to assign it by account number, which is a good thing. So after you do that for every single supplier, you may want to just double check nothing has an assignment code. Again, there's no harm if you leave assignment code in once. You'll just notice that when you do your import on import data, the warning might say assignment code warning versus the assigned rep warning. So if you still see those after you do this, just make sure you go back into that supplier and make sure assignment code is unassigned from all of the different matrices. But it's as simple as that. So you go through each of your carriers, make sure assignment code is not assigned in any of these things. And once you're done going through every single carrier, you just go back into assignment codes, go to more, and then you just migrate the assignments from the assignment codes into your account numbers. Nice and easy. And after that, you should be fully off of assignment codes come next commission month, and you'll be able to do all of your assignments by account number, and it will make things hopefully a lot easier for you. So yeah, so that is the webinar for today. If anyone has any questions or would like some more in detail subscription specific step by steps, please give us an email at support@rpmtelco.com, and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for tuning into this webinar. I hope to be doing a lot more in the future. If you have any recommendations for things you'd like to see as a webinar, please send me an email at jackie@rpmtelco.com, or you can even just send it to support@rpmtelco.com as well. Either way, I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you, and thanks for your time today.